Well, just a few hours ago, Vice President Kamala Harris departed after making a stop at Georgia Tech's campus. Vice President Harris spoke on climate change and other priorities the Biden administration has for Georgia. 11 Alive's Beth Yates attended the speech and spoke with students on campus about it all. Beth, what can you tell us about the visit?
Well, Jennifer, VP Harris spoke about the role Georgia and Atlanta plays in addressing the climate crisis, and even how the issue goes beyond weather to include things like the economy and jobs.
This is the planet we've got. It is a precious place. It is a place that we have a responsibility for taking care of.
Vice President Kamala Harris made a call to action for students, Georgia Tech officials, and Metro Atlanta residents to help address climate change.
We are asking the communities that are affected to lead and not telling them what we're going to do for them.
According to the White House, the vice president's trip to Atlanta is part of the Biden administration's effort to amplify the president's State of the Union address. In Atlanta, she participated in a moderated conversation focused on the administration's investments and actions to battle the current climate crisis.
Through the bipartisan infrastructure law, through the Inflation Reduction Act, we're looking at least $1 trillion to hit the streets of America to address some of these issues.
Harris touched on topics like drought, alternative forms of energy, and clean water. Topics residents, students, and former Georgia Tech Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams says is vital to our country.
We're excited to have Vice President Harris here, in part because we had such a strong conversation yesterday with the President of the United States, but their focus on energy, their focus on investing in not only our economy, but the people in the state of Georgia.
To see that the Vice President came to Atlanta today to talk about these issues and how it affects neighborhoods all across our region, that's really exciting to me as a scientist.
And the novelty of Harris's trip was not lost during the conversation.
I was overwhelmed with joy to be invited. This is a rare opportunity, and I'm appreciative.
I put it on the timeline. Now, today's stop at Georgia Tech is day two for the vice president. She now heads to St. Cloud, Minnesota, where she will address things like the electric vehicles and job creation.